My close friend has been running her own business for many years now. In the past, things moved along pretty steadily. The profits were decent, the cash flow was stable, and every time she brought in a new batch of products, she managed to sell out completely. But as soon as we stepped into the first months of 2026, she started noticing her financial luck slowly fading. First, the wholesale prices went up. On top of that, a bunch of small expenses started piling up, like packaging costs, storage fees, switching to new product designs, losses during shipping, and other little charges. When you add them all together, they turn into a surprisingly large amount of money. Meanwhile, sales slowed down a lot. Some products just sat there without moving. Others did sell, but too many were returned, so the actual profit left was barely anything. That was when she asked me if there was any way to get her business back on track, and what she could do to stop the money from leaking away. And to answer that question, while also helping everyone clearly understand what needs to be done in 2026 to boost your luck and make it easier for wealth to gather and stay, this video will walk you through the key things you need to know so that good fortune and money can come more consistently and remain with you longer. And now, let us get started. But before we dive into what you should do in 2026, you first need to understand the overall energy structure of the year 2026. Once you truly grasp that, you will know exactly what you should and should not do in order to attract more luck and positive energy for yourself and your family. Overall energy structure of 2026. The year 2026 is truly a year of blazing fire, both literally and symbolically. In Feng Shui, the combination of the heavenly stem Bin and the earthly branch No both belong to the fire element, creating the image of a powerful fire horse filled with intense energy. Even more importantly, we are entering the early years of Period 9, a 20-year cycle also governed by the fire element, represented by the 9 purple star. This rare alignment creates what Feng Shui calls triple fire in motion. In simple terms, the energy of this year pushes everything forward at an extremely fast pace. Money in 2026 carries the nature of fire, meaning it can flare up dramatically, but also burn out in an instant if you do not have a solid foundation. This is also a golden window for industries that are considered intangible, such as e-commerce, artificial intelligence, and digital economy platforms. If you know how to seize the moment, you could witness rapid wealth growth, but be cautious, because this intense heat can just as easily leave those who are unprepared completely wiped out after a single disruption. At the same time, the key factor that makes 2026 truly different lies in its elemental designation known as heavenly river water, often described as rainwater falling from the sky. In Feng Shui, this is sometimes called water without roots, meaning it descends from above, spreads widely, and is especially difficult for the earth element to suppress. The internal tension between the fire of the heavenly stem and earthly branch and the water of the elemental designation creates a highly volatile financial landscape. Sustainable profits this year will belong to investors who think flexibly, who know how to use the adaptability of water to temper and contain the intensity of fire. However, the excess fire energy can easily lead to impatience and impulsiveness, creating what is known as self-punishment, meaning you unintentionally create difficulties for yourself through poor financial decisions. To preserve your achievements, incorporating the metal element acts like an essential energy filter. In high-risk directions, such as due south, which receives the 5 yellow star, or northwest, influenced by the 2 black star, using items made of solid brass or hanging metal wind chimes can help moderate the earth and fire elements, protecting your cash flow from unexpected setbacks or legal disputes. Understanding how to harness the flow of heavenly river water within the sea of firehorse energy is the core secret to achieving sustainable prosperity in the era of Period 9. In short, the heat of 2026 is extremely strong, so it will not affect everyone in the same way. Each zodiac sign will face different opportunities and challenges. So next, let us move into the fortune map of the 12 zodiac signs, so you can see which signs are favored, which need caution, and what you should do to help money flow in more easily and stay longer. First group, the Riding the Wave Wealth Group, including Tiger, Dog, Goat, and Dragon. The zodiac signs receiving the strongest breakthrough opportunities are Tiger, Dog, Goat, and Dragon, thanks to the supportive combinations known as the Harmony Trio and the Six Harmony. Those born in the year of the Tiger are stepping into a golden cycle of peak fortune, where stalled projects suddenly move forward with the help of influential allies who share similar energy. The Red Matchmaker star enhances your charisma in communication, making it easier to close high-value contracts, especially in real estate and digital economy sectors. Meanwhile, those born in the year of the Dog enter a true harvest period, collecting the rewards of long-term reputation building. Cash flow from long-term investments becomes more stable. To maximize this energy, Dog sign business owners should prioritize setting up their workspace in the southeast direction, considered the strongest wealth transmission point during Period 9. For those born in the year of the Goat and the year of the Dragon, 2026 brings many opportunities to establish status and reputation. However, rapid advancement often comes with pressure or unhealthy competition from your surroundings. Based on energy balancing principles, these two signs should use decorative items made of metal, such as brass or silver, in their workplace. Second group, the Managing Volatility Group, including Horse, Rat, Ox, and Rabbit. In contrast, the zodiac signs Horse, Rat, Ox, and Rabbit need a well-prepared volatility management strategy to handle direct clashes in energy. Those born in the year of the Horse face their own zodiac year, which can create energy overload, leading to irritability and poor investment decisions. To calm impulsiveness, you can place a tiger or dog symbol on your desk, forming a supportive trio that helps restrain the stubborn side of the horse. This can steady your mind, turning mental pressure into focused, disciplined action. Those born in the year of the Rat and the year of the Ox also face major challenges due to direct conflicts and harmful interactions in the annual cycle, increasing the risk of unexpected financial losses. Rat sign individuals should carry a symbol of the thousand-armed Avalokiteshvara to cleanse negative energy and absolutely avoid high-risk investment waves. For those born in the year of the Rabbit, since this is the second year of a challenging 3-year cycle at its most difficult phase, expanding business operations should be postponed in order to protect and stabilize your current foundation. Third group, the Stability and Waiting for the Right Time group, including Snake, Monkey, Rooster, and Pig. For Snake, Monkey, Rooster, and Pig, 2026 is a period to build inner strength and prepare for sustainable advancement opportunities. The best strategy is to maintain stability while staying ready to accelerate when the right moment arrives. Those born in the year of the Monkey and the year of the Rooster may receive unexpected support from distant partners or long-standing connections. To take advantage of this, focus on strengthening your communication skills and stay alert to identify potential side income streams. In terms of space arrangement, placing a few shiny metal objects in the northwest area of the room can help you close opportunities faster and attract more new prospects. Even though those born in the year of the Pig are still within a cautious 3-year cycle, they have an advantage because their core element harmonizes with the rainwater from the sky energy of 2026. If you dare to step outside your comfort zone to implement new plans, wealth still has the potential to surge strongly. To support your mental well-being and protect your health under work pressure, you should place a glass vase filled with clean water in the center of your living room or workspace. This uses the water element to cool down the environment, reduce stress, and keep your mind clear. As for those born in the year of the snake, you are in a relatively stable state, so continue maintaining persistence and attention to detail in your work. Keeping your living environment organized, especially areas with natural light, will help you sustain your enthusiasm without becoming overwhelmed. After identifying the overall fortune landscape, the next step is to establish an energy anchor point through color choices and protective Feng Shui items. This is a practical solution that helps you maintain financial discipline, activate cash flow, and boost your luck amid the fast-moving rhythm of the Firehorse year. First, colors. According to the principle that metal generates water, tones such as white, grey, silver, and metallic shades are the primary money-generating colors. They have the ability to directly activate the one white star, the star associated with career growth and new income streams. Prioritizing this color group helps you unlock supporting capital sources and attract influential backers who are willing to invest in your projects. At the same time, adding touches of green or teal, representing the wood element, helps absorb excess fire energy and transform work pressure into productive momentum. This allows you to stay proactive and even turn competitors into strategic partners. On the other hand, you should minimize dark yellow and earthy brown tones associated with the earth element. These colors can create a soil-blocking water effect, symbolizing stagnation and slow circulation in your cash flow. In addition, overusing hot colors such as red, orange, and purple in 2026 can cause water energy to evaporate, leading to uncontrolled spending or poor business decisions driven by impatience. Switching to cooler and neutral tones will help protect your assets and maintain financial discipline throughout the volatile cycle of the Firehorse year. Second, Feng Shui items. If colors help regulate the surrounding energy field, then properly placed Feng Shui items act as energy transmitters, directly opening up cash flow and resolving business bottlenecks. Aquamarine plays a leading role in cooling down the pressure created by excessive fire energy, helping leaders and financial advisors maintain clarity. Owning this crystal supports sharp thinking in negotiations and prevents emotionally driven spending decisions. For growth goals, clear quartz, associated with the metal element, is an effective tool for cleansing energetic interference and amplifying financial flow. When placed in the southeast direction, the position of the 9 purple star, governing prosperity and reputation in 2026, it can activate revenue breakthroughs and sustainable business expansion. Beyond crystals, you can also use personal guardian symbols. Choosing a symbolic figure aligned with your zodiac sign helps protect your finances based on your unique energy pattern. Those born in the year of the rat should carry the image of the 1,000-armed and 1,000-eyed Avalokiteshvara to stay alert about which investments to avoid. Those born in the year of the dragon are linked with Samantabhadra Bodhisattva to strengthen credibility in negotiations. Those born in the year of the monkey may prioritize Mahavairocana Buddha to maintain clarity when allocating capital. For zodiac signs facing direct annual conflicts such as horse, rat, rabbit, and rooster, using metal symbols shaped like the tiger or the dog helps borrow supportive trio energy. This shifts you from defense to proactive financial control and helps prevent money from leaking away during the Firehorse year. However, colors and symbolic items only work when supported by positive daily habits. Small, consistent actions are what truly operate your wealth engine, allowing Feng Shui energy to turn into real and sustainable financial results. The first habit is to decisively declutter your home and remove broken items to release stagnant energy. Classical flying star Feng Shui teaches that dark corners and cracked objects create negative fields that block financial flow. When space is cleared, fresh energy circulates freely, and business opportunities reach you more smoothly. The second habit is practicing meditation to calm your mind under the intense fire energy. Inner stillness helps you maintain a water mind, meaning clear judgment when making major investment decisions. Emotional control prevents costly mistakes caused by impulsiveness and impatience. The third habit is bathing with cilantro or herbal leaves to cleanse lingering negative energy. This refreshes your personal vibration and helps you attract new opportunities, especially before important negotiations or contract signings. The fourth habit is keeping a jar of salt in your home to absorb negativity. Salt acts as a protective barrier for your finances. Placing it in wealth-related areas helps prevent financial loss and keeps your cash flow stable throughout the year. The fifth habit is choosing red, yellow, or supportive tones like white and metallic shades on the first day of the year. This aligns you with the one white star, which governs promotion and recognition in 2026, creating momentum for unexpected income from the start. The sixth habit is maintaining the intention to help others and setting aside part of your profits for charitable causes. This balances your financial flow and builds positive merit, attracting strong supporters and long-term business opportunities. As we conclude this 2026 forecast, the key message is understanding the shifts of fortune. Feng Shui and supportive tools ultimately guide you toward inner stability amid external change. The Fire Horse year, with its speed and intensity, will reflect your preparation and discipline. When you hold a calm inner anchor, every shift in wealth becomes a wave that carries you forward rather than knocks you off course. And before we end, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We will go through them together and address them in upcoming videos. For now, goodbye and see you next time.